Hello, my name is Emilie Stuckey. This presentation is called #Give a Little More and is a course requirement for COMM 333. The purpose of this presentation is to analyze 5 advertisements for their use and effectiveness of motivational appeals. In 2016, Kohl's ran a holiday ad campaign on YouTube that they called #Give a Little More. Each ad shared the story of an employee and how they have gone above and beyond for their customers or community. Kohl's challenged the viewer to also go the extra step to help others out. They were attempting to accomplish what Gass and Cedar defined as image-oriented advertising. This is when ads seek to create positive associations between brands and idealized images or lifestyles. Kohl's was conveying their positive image by showcasing their exceptional customer service and community impact. Their 2017 fact book highlights just how much they value their corporate social responsibility. They stated that Kohl's puts customers first in all that we do. We give back to our customers by serving their local communities with our resources, time, and talent through our philanthropic platform. Their goal is to persuade the target audience to shop at their stores vice their competitors. This translates into their products are better, their customer service is better, and how they impact the community is better. As a consumer, why not spend money at a store where they give back to you? So we've talked a lot about the message that they're conveying, but who exactly is Kohl's talking to? The target customer for Kohl's is a female who is in her 20s to 40s. She is from a middle-class socioeconomic background, so she will be more likely to purchase multiple items. She's also an internet user, which is evident in their choice to use YouTube as the platform for this campaign. Kohl's combined warmth, guilt, and ingratiation to create a hyper-persuasive message in which the consumer felt morally bound to shop with them. The compassion that consumers have when they view ads is called warmth. Our text described it as being associated with traits such as warm, caring, or friendly. When consumers view the ad, they will internalize these traits. Kohl's used the self-presentation facet of ingratiation. Our text defines self-presentation as bragging or otherwise displaying one's attributes to increase the target's evaluation of oneself. This is a key element of the ad campaign because it directly challenged the consumer. Our text also talked about how guilt can be used to persuade consumers. If a consumer feels guilty, they are more likely to comply with the intended message. The consumer will aim to reduce their feelings of guilt by altering their behavior. This was also realized when each ad challenged the consumer to give a little more. They were assuming that the viewer can do more to be helpful and give back to others. All 5 of the advertisements utilized the guilt motivational appeal in this fashion. As a result, we are only going to explore warmth and self-presentation in terms of each ad. The ads will be played in the background with the sound turned off, and the links to each are provided on the reference page for viewer discretion. Carol has a personal relationship with her customers. She values them as part of her family and treats each and every one of them with the utmost respect. This facilitates the feeling of oneness and community that instills warmth in the viewer. Carol also presents herself as someone who abides by the golden rule of treating others the way that you want to be treated. She challenges the viewer to associate this rule with respect. As a result, the viewer questions whether or not they are living up to her standard. Hector's story focuses on a customer service experience with his preschool teacher. Unbeknownst to him, he went above and beyond for her, only to find out later that she was influential in helping him to find his voice and direction in life. The context of the story and the use of the teacher-student relationship adds nostalgia. This facilitates the feeling of warmth. Hector talks a lot about his journey from being a shy kid to a manager at Kohl's. He really plays into the idea that you can overcome challenges and succeed. His self-presentation conveys the message that if he can do it, then so can the viewer. So why not? Jenny's ad discusses her community outreach through Kohl's volunteering program called Kohl's Cares. She nurtures young minds through a library reading program. Kohl's even used the metaphor of Jenny's love of nurturing flowers to parallel her community outreach. This highlighted community, togetherness, family, and the importance of children. If this does not drive home the feelings of warmth, then I don't know what would. Jenny's selfless act of enriching the lives of children is a double whammy to viewers. Not only is she volunteering, but she's helping to develop the future. She's doing her part and makes the viewer question if they're doing theirs. Robert relates his story to a very personal experience in which he leaned on his grandmother for emotional support and guidance to rise above being the victim of bullying. He connects himself with a customer whose grandson is going through a similar experience. Robert provides exceptional customer service to her and shares his knowledge through mentorship. This is very heartwarming because Robert's desire to help and compassion literally jumps from the screen. In his self-presentation, he talks about how his grandmother raised him to be strong. This implores others to be like him and rise above. Terry loves to take care of people, and it shows in her ad. She reached out to someone without knowing them and ended up helping them in one of their biggest moments of need. A lot of people can relate to the customer's need for connection while going through a divorce. When the viewer associates this with their own experience or one that they've heard secondhand, they can internalize the feelings of connection and inclusion that instill warmth. I mean, who drives a stranger an hour out of their way for a pair of pants? Apparently Terry does. This is a very selfless act on Terry's part. This selflessness and caring is a part of her self-presentation. It forces the viewer to take a mirror to themselves and see just how far they would go for someone who is in need. These ads were highly effective at persuading me, and to be honest, I'm a member of their target audience. By using the motivational appeals of warmth, guilt, and self-presentation, Kohl's created the opportunity for cognitive dissonance. Gass and Cedar explain that this occurs when behaviors and attitudes do not align. The individual will take action to return to a state of equilibrium between their behaviors and attitudes. The self-presentation in these ads implores the consumer to strive to be upstanding citizens who put others first. If the viewer does not see themselves as engaging in behaviors that do this, but feel that they should, then they will be in a state of cognitive dissonance. The consumer will have one of two options. They can either directly give back to the community or purchase products from Kohl's and indirectly give back through financial means. Either way, the consumer is persuaded to give a little more. Therefore, Kohl's was effective in this ad campaign. The philanthropic nature of this ad campaign did not cause harm to their reputation. These ads did just the opposite and cast a positive light on the organization.